Uh, uh. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Hardcore Maine here. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you returning, still like, comment, subscribe. You feel me? And let's get into the
So
video,
you made
bro.
it through 4 long years of high school doing the absolute bare minimum, and now
One thing, the reason why I'm reacting to this, there's a lot of new people going to college. I'm pretty sure they said in history, this is one of the biggest years for people graduating high school. So it just felt right, bro. I'm already in college, you feel me? First year stamped. Feel me? 3 more to go. 3 more very, very long years. That's gonna also go by quick. It just don't make sense.
it's time to move on to a university. The way dudes make it out will have you believe in going to college is like taking a trip to Astro World. But in reality, the college experience is gonna look a little something more like this. So, gay son or thought dog?
And bro, this is how your eyes gonna be looking every single day, every day. If you don't get that sleep schedule, even if you get that sleep schedule right, this how your eyes gonna be looking. You gonna mess around, your class is gonna be too early than what you can handle, and this is how you gonna be walking around. People gonna think you faded. You not faded. You just tired. You tired of this shit, but you gotta push through. That's how it works. That's how it go.
The sarcoplasmic rectangulum contains a gay son or thought daughter.
You look lonely. I can fix that.
And then by the time of your
And then you repeat it all over again. You repeat that whole day all over again. Tired as hell.
3rd year, you'll be feeling like a jaded war veteran, smoking Marlboros and drinking Coronas all alone in your dorm room on the daily. But what brings people down to that level starts on that unforgettable first day experience. After you get accepted to college, drive out to the campus, get dropped off at the dorms, and your family leaves you hundreds of miles away from home, you lie there in a dingy twin-sized bed like, oh my god.
Those twin-sized beds don't fit for shit. They don't fit for shit, bro. Do not think, especially if you won't have a roommate. If you living by yourself, okay, you can push the beds together. If you by yourself, do not think you could bring nobody over, because that bed can barely hold yourself. Even if you're the tiniest of people on earth for college, those beds ain't fitting you for shit. So you might as well just double back. And you gotta chill, bro. You can't do nothing on them beds, bro. You can't. I'm telling you, you can't.
Bruh, I gotta figure out what to eat 3 times every single day. I gotta do laundry. I gotta do dishes. This shit is really survival out here. All the while, you got a roommate just staring at you. The dorms have gotta be the most scuffed part of college. They're like the equivalent of the high school bathrooms, except that dudes actually live here. Although saying that people live in the dorms is being a little generous, because
realistically, you would think people would get over this. I ain't have to deal with this shit because I was in one of those. I was in one of the quote unquote quiet dorms. It was, but realistically, it was just a group of people that will get turned to that level that would just go out and do it, and then they would come back and relax. That's what it was full of. But other dorms, it's like a high school bathroom, bro. Like you're living in it. I'm like, bro, y'all are insane. I would not be able to do it. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all are crazy. On some real shit, y'all are crazy. Y'all are insane, bro. Y'all just need to relax sometimes. And most of the times, y'all do be relaxed to that level, if you know what I mean. You can't, your brain can't operate. It's so fried.
reality, dorms are where people want to die the most. Like, the dorms will really bring a man to his unequivocally lowest points. And if you gotta go through all of that with a roommate, that's just tough. And with roommates, it's inevitable that the
it's not bad. Roommates ain't bad. It's just you just gotta make sure you get lucky. If you don't already know them, you gotta make sure you get lucky. But you don't want to know. Yeah, here's the thing. You can't build a really strong connection with your roommate. Like, if you guys started off as roommates and y'all made it through the year, no problems, communication well, everything, I feel like y'all can be roommates again and y'all can build a friendship. If the friendship is already there, we cannot be roommates. Because I know it's not going to last. I'm not going to lie. That's why I said I can't. If we already been friends, we cannot be roommates.
night will come when you hear him laying down some mid-pipe while he thinks you're asleep across the room. All the while, you hear every single little detail. Is it in yet? I don't feel anything. The way I see it, living alone is just the better option. But sometimes you can't help getting stuck with some dude because colleges enroll more students than maximum capacity. There's been instances of universities turning study rooms and closets into dorm rooms, and that's a real struggle. You'll be walking through the dorm hallways and see dudes sleeping on the ground like the Chicago streets.
Nah,
especially
that's what
when
I'm
you
saying,
consider,
bro. Like you know you ain't got no space. You know you don't got enough space. You just trying to get the most bread, bro. And sometimes I understand it because sometimes you don't get funded enough for it. Or sometimes you got nut people at the head of this shit that'll do some crazy shit. So I understand it. But other times it's like you just trying to scam. Like, come on, bro. You one of the biggest colleges in states. Why are you enrolling so many people for? You don't need the money.
half of these dudes are the guy that doesn't know how to live on their own. The amount of times I've loaded up some laundry and Harold comes up like, "Hey, Bad, could you help me out with the laundry?" "Oh, for sure, man." You just gotta simply put all of your fucking shit into the washing machine and it machine washes your shit. And then upon further inspection into Harold's
very
life,
simple.
bro does dishes with no soap, doesn't wash his hands, doesn't vacuum, can't operate a printer, has no hose, no ambition, zero drive, zero will to live, and no more oxygen. What do you mean by that last one? It's safe to say that the dorms can be real isolating. Getting outside is a necessity to combat that darkness. And
100%.
as you start to walk
you
around,
need to go outside. I'm not even saying that as a joke. You need to be outside of your dorm room as much as possible. Because I'm telling you, you're going to feel crazy as hell. If you're not doing something productive, which you're not going to be. If you go in your dorm room, you're going to be on your ass, on your phone. I'm not going to lie. No lie. I can be productive in my dorm room. Because I got this big fat ass setup that I'm bringing with me to college that I can just do stuff on. But with other people, they don't got that. So they're going to be on their phones.
Campus for the first few times, getting acclimated to those first few classes, you'll start to notice all the same dudes from high school are back. It's like the iconic characters from high school got older and evolved into new forms. Remember the hoes? I have a hard time forgetting them. Now they've evolved into sorority girls. All the jocks and athletic kids evolved into frat dudes, and now the NPCs of high school are more prominent than ever. But now they go by psychology majors, and nothing can prepare you for the—
See, that's crazy. Nah, most of the athletes, some of the athletes from high school are frat members, but most of them are continuing their athlete journey, you feel me? So it just depends on the person.
Complete onslaught of these NPCs asking you about your major and what dorm you live in. You'll be minding your own business in the cafeteria.
Oh my god, I'm tired of that, bro. Like, can we talk about something else? Like, how's life going or something, bro? I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of that. Don't ask me no more. I'm gonna start saying bullshit. I'm gonna start saying a different answer every single time because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it. Like, damn. No, like, that's the only question y'all can come up with. What, like, what's your major? And what's, like, we don't need to be saying this. We can figure that out later. When we eventually bring it up. If we're building a friendship, the question is eventually gonna come up to the shit. Because we both gonna be complaining about some homework or some shit. Or a professor. So, you don't need to ask. Please, ask. Come up with a new question. I'm sick of it.
Some good slop. When all of a sudden, some dude sits next to you like, so what's your major, bro? If you're in the elevator going up to your dorm, so what's your major, dude? And even in the bathrooms, so what's your major? Oh, computer science. Right on, bro. The bright side is that the band kids just seem to have completely despawned. I don't know what happened to them, but I've never
said the band kids? That was in high school? Nah, they scattered around. I don't know where they went. But they scattered around. I feel like people that play musical instruments in college used to play it outside of band in high school, if you know what I'm saying. Like, they used to play it, but not for the school. I don't know. They disappeared, though. 100%.
Seen a band kid on a college campus. And that's not even talking about what goes down inside the lectures. They throw in like 500 kids to one classroom and people end up getting away with some of the most out-of-pocket shit. The hot Cheeto girl that was always smacking her lips at terminal velocity, now she brings out a whole buffet to munch on in the back of the lecture. The teacher's pet now—
No, they're not doing it. They're not bringing out the buffet. You know what they're bringing out? They're bringing out, you're gonna see everybody walking around with their Dunkin' or Starbucks, and that's it, bro. Dunkin' and Starbucks. That's what everyone gonna be walking around in. Dunkin', Starbucks, and scooters. That's the big three that you gonna see. Oh my gosh! Give me you want my top 5 ranking? It's Dunkin', Starbucks, scooters, fucking headphones. Nobody's gonna hear what you're talking about. A lot of people nosy, me included. You feel me? You think I'm listening to music in this bitch? No, bro. No. If I turn it down for a second, I hear you talking about some fire shit, I'ma listen. Why do you think I ain't speed up yet? Why do you think y'all walking slow as hell? Why do you think I didn't speed up past y'all? Cause y'all talking about that? Nah, let me stop. I ain't never. That's deep. No, that's down bad. I'm not gonna lie. Slowing down slower than the people that you're walking behind just to hear what they're talking about. That's a different type of nosy.
Goes on yapping sessions about the most incomprehensible shit for 10 minutes at a time. And the kid that never used to show up to school still doesn't show up to the lectures. Bro just fails all his classes without a care in the world.
Bro shows up every blue moon. But bro shows up. He shows up. It's just once every like 10 class. That's just how it go. I did not think in college attendance was going to be necessary until I got to college. I'm thinking, in high school, okay. In high school, they didn't even check that shit. They barely checked that in high school. They went over it for like the first couple of weeks, and then they were done with attendance. In college is necessary? Are you serious, bro? Like, I was so blue when I found that out. He said, even if you're tardy, that takes points off of your grade. I'm like, okay. This class is at 8:30 in the morning. What do you expect from me?
The professors will have you perplexed on how they even got hired with some of the brain dead activity they pull. If you try and email a professor more than one question at a time, you'll be thinking they hired Joe Biden's old ass when they send you back the most incomprehensible response. Hello, Mr. Stickman. I was wondering when the assignment mentioned in class today was due. Also, could you give...
Like, they would, one, not respond, or two, send you the most complicated instruction for the most simple question ever.
Give me an extension on yesterday's assignment. I couldn't make it because my entire family tragically died in a car accident. And bro will send you back an email with no subject line that just says Friday with the sent from my iPhone stamp of approval at the bottom. You really got to do a federal background check on some of these professors because universities just be hiring the most random dudes. So you already know by the time those tests come by, the professor's teaching is not enough. And shit, sometimes studying isn't even enough either. These courses would have me praying to God as my last resort to pass. I imagine you're thinking to yourself, at least the
I'm not gonna lie, some of the classes, they had me praying as the first result. because I'm like, dang, bro, it's the first day. And we completing like 5 pages, bro. I'm like, what's gonna look like when we get deeper into the year? I'm like, yo.
Parties are lit in college. And I gotta testify a little something about that. In my personal opinion, I really feel that they really aren't all of that. Maybe I'm not the person to speak on this because I'm not necessarily the party type unless it's with my already established friends. But the college parties I have seen are a bit of a snore fest. Because once again, it's all dudes asking about your major or...
It's about those... Here's what's gonna go down if you go to a college party. From experience, right? Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna walk in that bitch. It's gonna be jumping for a little bit. You're gonna see the women throwing it back with their friends and shit. You're gonna see the horny ass niggas behind them drooling over them but not doing shit. And then you're gonna see different friend groups with each other dancing around. And then party goes on, there's a fight. Or party goes on, this shit gets shot up. Like, damn, niggas can't be civilized for shit. And that's what you thinking. You don't even want to go out no more. You don't. Everything you go through gets shot up. Everybody always got beef. Why is it always the niggas with beef at the shit? Stay your ass home. If you know you got quote unquote ops, take your ass home. Stay your ass home. Cause it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. You gonna sit here, go to the party knowing they gonna shoot. You gonna do it cause you trying to leave with something. And you not even gonna leave with something. Because everybody there ran. When you look at the go home or something, everybody there ran. Everybody then start cleaning up. Because the shit getting blown up.
Being so down bad you'll think they're lost in the dark souls abyss. These college guys really lose their humanity when it comes to the party scene. Bro. You gotta be careful around them. But not all college parties are the same. Some college parties can probably be epic style, featuring great music, engaging conversation, and memorable moments. I just never seen it myself, personally speaking from my experience personally. Despite everything, at least the university amenities are fire. You'll find dorm rooms with movie theaters cheerleaders and shit like that. And the best part is that college students just drop them after the first month so you can get it all to yourself. Same with the cafeteria. The food is like an all-you-can-eat buffet every night, even if somehow the food still tastes just as bad as the high school cafeteria food. They just slap a restaurant over it to make it look tastier, which now that I think about it is a pretty accurate analogy for the college experience. Most of the same things wrong with high school are still prevalent here. From the students being the same old characters to the shitty teachers now being shitty
because they still growing, bro. It depends what level though. The freshmen, obviously, they gonna swear that they changed. You the same. Well, you some characters in you are the same. Others, it's not there yet, but it's growing. Sophomores, at this point, you realize that in freshman year that you ain't changed like you thought you changed. And it's just going to push your growth even more. Junior year, I feel like that's that point where you hit that clarity of what you really want to do. Like, what you really want to do in the future, all that. And then senior year, you accomplish it. You just work hard so you can finish it.
That's how the high school bathrooms really just being the dorms, the parking spots now having a $500. No. You know what it is? It's the football. It's the track. It's the boys' locker room. Is the equivalent to the communal bathrooms. Because niggas, especially last year, I don't know if it just, but niggas, like, we supposed to be grown. We supposed to be grown folks. We trying to get the title grown folks. And you dirty niggas, still not flushing after you use the bathroom. Like, come on. Like, come on. How old are we now? Like, I know you wasn't even doing that when you were at home. So what makes you think, like, some people they walk somewhere and mess just follow them. Mark up and being a mile away from campus. The cafeteria getting a restaurant slapped over it with the same old food, all tied together with a pretty $100,000 bow called the college experience. But let's face it, Lord knows.
Like, what do you expect? What do you really expect that's gonna happen? Yeah, you got real employees running it and managers and shit like that, right? But all the employees are students. So it's not gonna balance it out, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it be tasting good, but it's not that complicated. Like, it's not complicated steps. Like, it's shit you could do at home. You just don't, because you in college and you can't go.
If you're a part of my audience, you probably got like a 2.4 GPA and don't even know how to spell college. So unfortunately, the only location that'll take your uneducated ass self is Arizona State University. But that's okay. Crazy. The appeal of college really is just how scuffed it is. Thinking back on my time on university, I look back at the trauma and struggle fondly. But I also only went for 2 years until I dropped out because I'm literally Kanye West. One last note about dorms I want to add. You gotta be careful of the RA. They're essentially the dorm cops that do routine.
Okay, hold on now. It just depends who you get. Really, 70% of them are. 68% of them are cool. 68.
Text inside of your room. So if you have One Piece home decoration, hanging, painting, kawaii, nami, wall, art, scroll, hentai, you might want to take that down. Okay, that's the video.
You might want to put up an album cover. This is the next video. Hey. This is the next video I'm posting though. Shout out. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one.